welcome to episode 35 of Geeksphere TV. I'm your host, Bradley Byers, and I'm joined by the beautiful Skip Parker.
Mate, I am tired, excited and tired.
It's been an epic few days here at Digital Nationz, hasn't it?
It's been fantastic fun.
So on this week's exciting episode of Geeksphere TV, we're going to have a look around the Sony Stand and see what's happening there.
Yep.
We're going to talk with the guys from Playtech and Yoobee. But right now, we're going to cut over to 3D modeling and printing, which I'm a huge fan of, with Bruce from 3D Printing Solutions. Now outside we've actually found one of the coolest pieces of technology which I'm a big fan of, which is 3D printing. I'm with Bruce Jackson from 3D Printing Systems. How you going, Bruce?
How you going? Good, thank you.
Now,
Brad.
what have you got in your hand there?
Well, we've got a printed hardware here. This is printed in separate pieces and 3D printed.
And how long did that take to actually produce?
This is probably 2 days of printing.
That is
but it's
absolutely
like a cake
phenomenal.
you put in the oven and out it comes, you know?
And that is all plastic, isn't it?
That's all plastic. This here is a printed gearing. This is printed all in one go, fully assembled.
That is absolutely phenomenal. And things like this, how much does it cost to actually be able to produce something like that?
That's about $2 worth of material.
That is good. Now, I've always had a fan of the 3D printing. Can you do Lego bricks?
Yes.
My son is
And
going to
they
love
connect
this.
together, and you can print from Minecraft as well.
Oh, I think I've got a new addiction. Now, what does it cost to actually buy one of the units?
$2,500.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'd love to know how my wife's going to let me sign off on $2,500, but I'd love to get it.
Well, print your credit card, eh?
Yeah, that'd be good. So what have we actually got here at the moment?
So we set up a turntable here and we're going to 3D scan you.
Okay, fantastic. Now I'm going to jump on
You're
board
gonna
here.
Jump on board.
Millennium. Okay, so you've just taken a 3D scan of me. What have we actually got here that you can show me?
So there's a little 3D scan of you, and then all we do is we just export that to the printer and click print, and away you go.
So something like that, how long does it take to get through till we get a finished object like this?
This model would take about an hour to print.
That is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now one of the cool things I saw you showing was the Mona Lisa. Are you able to hold that up for us?
Yeah, sure. So that's just a photograph.
That is absolutely beautiful. That is absolutely amazing. Bruce, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Have a great event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's amazing stuff. And the units that he has were really tight. You know, you've seen a lot of the home-built ones, they wires and all stuff through it. These are really nice units. So you know, I'm going to have to spend the budget on technology again.
$2,500. And did you like my 3D modeling man as I spun around?
Yeah, we've got to go and grab that off him a bit later on. But yeah, I mean, that's an amazing technology with amazing results. So yeah, that was great. Now, we went down along the floor for a little bit of a walk around, and we went and had a look at our friends at Sony, who were showing some PlayStation 4 and I guess the rest of the ecosystem that's behind Sony PlayStation.
The family of four, really, isn't it?
Yep, so let's have a look at what Sony's up to. Okay, Brad, here we are.
Yes.
Sony PlayStation Stand. The famous four shapes is a big feature on their stand. It's obviously, you know, the iconic Sony brand or the PlayStation brand, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere around here. Everywhere we look, we've got the four shapes floating everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the Sony stand is quite clever. What they've done is they've actually split it into two parts. They're bringing the next gen consoles, obviously the PlayStation 4. They have a number of consoles on display. There are a couple opportunities for hands-on, not as many as our friends across the way there, but still there's quite a lot of buzz about the PlayStation 4 here.
Definitely. Look, I mean, I think I can see just off the top of my head 4 PS4s. They're all in a case, so you can't actually get you touch them. But like you said, there is 1 or 2 hands-on moments where you can actually play with the PS4 here, which is kind of cool.
Yep, and one of the features is actually getting hands-on with the controller, because this game has become a little bit of a battle of the controllers now. It's not so much about the consoles themselves, but just how the controller is going to work, how they're going to feel. So, you know, Sony have a nice controller. It feels good in the hand. It's quite good. I quite like it. You know, my movement towards the Sony side of things is moving back again. So you know me, the fence sitter, flopping back and forth.
Craig's going to beat you up. You know
I know,
that,
I know. So what they've got is they've got Drive Club over here in the corner, which is a fantastic looking driving game. Right down the far end there, they have a dev area, and it's all about indie games.
Yep.
And quite frankly, their indie game profile is quite good. They're actually building up quite heavily to do some really big indie game titles on launch, which is a nice look. There's a knack game here, so that's pretty much the effect of the PlayStation 4 side of the stand. On the flip side, we've got Gran Turismo 6.
Yes.
we've got PS Vita, which is still a big part of the platform for...
It's almost like the smart glass equivalent. You know, they're trying to connect it to the PS4, aren't they? That's
Yes.
what we're seeing is that you were telling me before, it's almost like they've got the family of 4 here together, isn't it?
Yeah, and talking to one of the Sony guys before, Sony are dedicated to trying to keep the family together. You know, it's not just about the next generation, throw the old one out. It's a family approach. There's a raft of solutions for your gaming needs. Now, Beyond Two Souls, it's the game in the corner. It's a restricted area game. It is stunning. It is beautiful. It's all motion captured, you know, guys with big blobs on their face and all that sort of stuff.
Very Weta-like type, you know.
Very Weta-like. But you know, the stand here, it's got some nice feel about it and really shows a lot of support that Sony are doing towards their old and existing, well not old, but their existing console base and their fans is the big thing. So, you know, I think this is a good effort from Sony here. I'm quite enjoying it. It is a little bit feels like, you know, the two galleons side by side firing cannons at each other, obviously Sony and Microsoft, or PlayStation, Microsoft. But, you know, I think they've done pretty well, pretty good.
Well, like you said, they've captured their core gaming audience. So I'm just looking around now, and you've got little pockets of people playing the individual games that seem to, you know, go through. Whereas on the other side, there's definitely, they're focused more on other areas at the moment. But I definitely like with the Vita on one side, the PS3 over there, PS4, you do get that feeling that they are trying to pull everything together in one go.
So, that's the Sony side of the show.
So, wow, some awesome way that Sony's bringing everything together there. Really good to see the PS4 here and in the flesh, and actually all the, I think, the homebrew that they're doing around some of the gaming ecosystem.
Yeah, and I'm really loving the indie stuff, right?
Yeah,
so they're really pushing
good.
hard for the indie developers to be part of launch day, which is great.
So now we're going to cut across and have a chat with the guys from Playtech and Yoobee. Now they're here in mass this time around, and they're showing us some of the cool custom PCs that they've got. I call them the pimp my PCs of our industry, because they do some phenomenal gear, and I'm a big Playtech fan. I've got a lot of their gear at home. Let's cut across to that now and have a chat with the guys from Playtech.
Between you and a few other guys, I basically want to see a full 40 frames per second.
Okay, so we've walked down, we're now on the main floor. Now we're down at the Playtech Yoobee stand. Right, I've got Paul from Playtech, how you going?
How's it going?
Steve from Yoobee.
Yep, hey.
Cool, so guys, what are you enjoying so far about it, and what's the sort of highlight of what you guys got on the stand here?
So we're very happy to be at Digital Nationz this year. We are a custom PC builder here in Auckland, based in the North Shore. We brought along a lot of our good friends, Asus, the Razer, the Corsairs, the Crucials, all these big brands from Intel's as well. We custom build PCs, so you can have a look at some of the PC that's on show. We got all 50 PC all scattered around the place, and we got our good friend Yoobee here. They're here to showcase some of the cool software we can do on our performance PC.
So Steve from Yoobee, what have you guys got here that sort of your highlights and showcasing off here at the moment?
So basically we're promoting our new gaming diploma for 2014.
Yep.
So this is brand new to our market, so it's focused on game artistry and a bit of game development in the background as well.
So from the Playtech side, I've always thought of you guys as the pimp my PC type of people, but you've got the bling bling going on around it. Do you guys get a lot of requests for really doing high-end type machines?
Yep, that's exactly what we do. So we custom build to your order. We got all the right gears that if you want performance, you want the pimp, you want the bling, we got it. So basically we can tailor-made it to exactly what you want.
Steve, from the Yoobee side, you mentioned around the software. Is it PC, Mac, iPad? What have you guys actually got going on at the moment?
So we've got PC, mainly Mac computers, but we are implementing PC into our multimedia side at the moment.
Fantastic. Guys, thanks so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Great,
Take care.
thank you.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
Digital Nationz. See ya.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Playtech are doing some amazing stuff, right? With Yoobee, that's sort of a great partnership there working for them as well. So definitely head along to Playtech's website, have a look at what they do. They literally do everything to do with a PC. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Right, so that's pretty much us for the show. We've still got stacks of content to put out there. So we're into our 3rd episode next week on Digital Nationz. Join us, we're going to be looking at a couple of things like the robotics that have been happening.
This is cool.
Which is
very cool.
ultra cool. But for now, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter Sphere, and Google+. Almost forgot it. Geeksphere TV. Brad, how do we follow you on Twitter?
You can follow me at Brad Bohr, and if you do like what you're seeing, download our audio show that we do, Geeksphere TV. Write a review for iTunes. We really appreciate your feedback.
Yep, and you can follow me at Urban Kiwi NZ. Until next week on another edition of Digital Nationz. That's all good. See you later.